Bit of shorter one here. Yep, there's for the one screws under there, that has to go there. So that is definitely the way around it goes. Doesn't seem too happy sitting there at all. No. I'm doing something wrong here and I can't just seem to see it. Oh, there we are. Okay. Almost. Things. Got it now. Now we'll just tighten these, clamp these screws down, then we'll have a look and see what we've done wrong so far. The clamps for the head, I think they're going to have to go in next for sure. There's one there, that side, another clamp that side. So before we go any further, we'll put our clamps back in place. At least that was the general idea till the gremlins come and took them away. Here we are. Not truly on the ball this morning, but you know, one of them days we all get them, I suppose. Yeah, there's two cut-out slots in these clamps there and there, so you must leave a bit of movement in there to get them back in. There we are, that's good. And now we can tighten up a bit. Buttons. Turn it over. Right. I think these clamp straight into the head part. I think they do because they're not doing anything. Okay. Right, we'll put our ring gear back on. And there's bits of water in this, so I'll just take this coil off here. So we're going to have to dry this off. Give it a little poke before it back on, and I'll just going to drip water on it. I'm just unwinding this now here. This is off the rewind. It's got a bit of water on this. Just give it a wipe over here. I don't want any water getting into the cleaner. There's a few drips there, but be careful with these contacts here because they're quite delicate and fragile. They'll break off, you know. And we will need to grease these contacts. That's the broken contact, I've just found it. It'll work with one. So, be back in there. And the other end of the lead is this, which is slipped right away now. So So I'll have to pull this back. Goes on the casing when we put the top casing on. Before I go any further into this, I need to know whether the motor's going to be okay or not, because if the motor has already been affected by the water, then it's basically going to be a scrap machine. I'm not going to waste a lot of time and money with it. There's no point in it, because, as I say, these machines, they're not really expensive, compared to the cost of vacuum cleaners these days. They're quite cheap, actually. It goes on that. And let's rewind. The coil goes on here. And we just slip that back in there. And which way up does it go? Oh, that looks hopeful. Back in there. There's a panel missing on there now. And here it is. This piece had come out, so we'll just pop that back in there. In a moment. One job at a time. Right. Slip that head back in there. This will all have to be stripped down again anyway for proper cleaning before we finish the job. Now we can clamp our tighten our screws up. And of course we've left the wheels out, so that's got to come off again now. Ah, dear me. This is fun, isn't it? So there's the wheels going in now. I keep looking at my watch at the moment because I've got an appointment which is on my mind. So that's why I'm making some blunders, because my mind is elsewhere. I thought I'd just fit this in quick, and it was supposed to be a 10-minute video, and of course things don't always go to plan, and it's turned out to be a bit longer than I was hoping for. Sounds like there's a delivery already turned up. That's good. Side piece missing in. Wait till we do the main strip down. So now we'll just tighten these screws up, and then I'm going to try it and see if we're going to have some luck with it. Right. Sorry this has been such a long video. It is quite annoying. Okay, so we'll have a look at this plug end here. It's quite dry, so now we'll plug it in and give it a little try and see what happens. So here we go. I know what we didn't do. What we didn't do was dry off them switches. They seem to have dried themselves off, but it's got to be stripped down anyway, so now we'll switch on. Now that sounds pretty decent to me. And as any good engineer will tell you, whenever you finish doing a job or you're putting something back together, there's always a screw left over. Isn't that bloody annoying? But it doesn't matter because we've got to fit a couple of parts yet and replace that ring gear. So the next thing we've got to do now is, well, not now, is unplug it, and that can now be stripped again, cleaned. I have to do the ring gear, grease it, check the switches over, give it a good clean up, another test, check the brushes for wear. The motor sounds good, so we'll give it a good clean up electromechanically and aesthetically on the motor casing because it's covered in shite, and then pat test it, function test it for 10-15 minutes, and when it's had function test passed and it's done a pat test. The pat testing on this sort of thing really is for, you're looking for items, for one thing, like that missing, because when that's missing, a child or even an adult could stick their fingers in, and then it'll be ready for sale. So bye for now, thanks for watching.